Welcome to the Mythical Forest with Dee Dee and Boris, and today I'm going to be harvesting some worm castings because we're going to be donating them to some people who have, what do they call that for us? Community gardens. So I'm taking out some of my worms and I'm rehoming them. So I want to let you check. This is my little sphere. You can make a worm container out of just about anything. You can use those plastic totes that you get from Home Depot, as long as it has a lid and you can put a little air holes in it, you'll be fine. So let me reveal right now what's going on in here. Let's go. Let's see what's going on in here, you guys. As you can see, we feed our worms cardboard. These are paper towel and toilet paper rolls. This is an egg carton. And underneath here, we don't usually put in a lot of citrus, but you can. These are limes. And we've got eggshells. We've got corn cobs. We've got banana peels. We've got little pieces of okra. And
they love to live in the middle.
what's that?
Pearl.
Oh, those are the okra peels.
Pearls.
So let's dig a little bit deeper. Oh, this is from the corn husk, corn shuck, or whatever you call it. Let's dig a little and find the worms. They're hiding in here, look. That's some sweet potatoes. Look at this. Let's check this out. Look at that, you guys.
Wow,
they are living in here together and happy as can be. And here's the thing about worms. Here, let's hold it up and show you. The thing about worms is, whoa, hold on a second. Okay, the thing about worms, no, Buster, don't eat it. The thing about worms is, they will stop multiplying if you don't feed them enough. If you feed them a lot, they say to themselves, oh, we can make more babies, we can make more babies. There's plenty of food. So they really, really multiply. The more food that you give them, the more they'll multiply. So that's a little trick there with if you don't feed them enough, they know when to stop making babies, unlike us in the United States. But I don't know about that because we've been told to not make babies. It's not just, but if there's enough food, and put it this way, if you've got enough money and enough food in the fridge, why not make yourself babies? All right. Yeah. The worms know if there's not enough food and not enough space, they just put everything on hold for a while.
They have a lot of babies.
So anyway, that's what worms do. They know instinctually to stop making babies.
That's so crazy.
And the poop, let me explain to you why you want to make worms. These are Redwigglerworms, okay? And the reason that you want to do this is because it really helps the environment by you not throwing your food scraps into a landfill. Not only food scraps, but all of your paper products, newspapers, toilet paper rolls, the rolls that come in your paper towels, all that kind of stuff can be put in here, and instead of throwing it in a landfill. So they will eat it all. Of course, they love melon more than they do paper towels, but you also want to put eggshells in here because it helps them digest their food.
Oh,
so
wow.
The eggshells are very, very good. Crunch them all up. Throw them in there when you're in the kitchen.
They
save
love
them.
eating that, huh?
I feed them to the chickens also, but I also make sure I save some for the worms.
For their digestive system, yeah.
So you definitely want to do that. But that is one of the reasons that you can do that. You can save your food scraps, put them in a little container in your kitchen. When you get the container full enough, bring it to your worm bin, okay? Like I said, the most important thing for your worm bin is that it has a lid that a raccoon can't get it off, okay? And that a rat can't get in. Besides that, it's okay if bugs or ants get in. Don't worry about it, all right? Now, the other reason that you want to have a worm bin is they give you black gold. Now, what do I mean by black gold? Well, you see all that black stuff in there? Look at this. Look at that. Look at these worms. Just look at them.
Look at that. Looks like spaghetti.
This black stuff. Let me see if I can get a whole handful of it here. This right here, I'm trying to get, because there's so much food in here. Let's see. There we go. Here's a good pile. What you do is you go as far away. You can put half and half. So what if you wanted to, you could do half of the container with food and the half with no food. Then it's going to be easier for you to harvest your worm castings. Look at these worm castings. That is what you call black gold. That right there is what you are going to feed to your plants. Okay, look.
You mix it in with your
just
soil,
like that.
just like that.
I mean, you can just, you don't have to do anything special. You can make tea out of this, not to drink.
Not to drink.
But it's a whole process. I don't do it because it's too much trouble. But you aerate it and you make like a worm casting tea. I don't do that. I just throw it in the dirt.
What is it, like
just
a potato
throw it in
sack?
the dirt like that.
Get like a potato sack and throw all that in
dig a
there?
hole in the dirt, throw the worm casting in there. That's it.
And the worms?
Just put your hand down in there, dig it, and just throw it in. It's not rocket science, and you don't have to do all these extra things if you don't want to.
You just throw it in there.
What I like, it feels like Play-Doh.
Oh,
it feels like Play-Doh.
It smells good.
Yes, there's no smell to it. It doesn't even.
It smells like earth.
Barely smells like
Barely
dirt.
smells like dirt.
But when you're harvesting it, it looks like coffee grinds. So I'm trying. Let me see if I can pull some up here real quick for you guys to see, so you can see what it. Let me see.
I'm gonna write a film about aliens coming and harvesting.
Look, you see how before I smush it, you see how it's crumbly? It looks a lot like coffee grinds. Dirt and coffee grinds mixed is what it looks like. That stuff is so good for your plants, you guys. It is a natural fertilizer. I mean, you guys, you don't have to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or any of these places and buy fertilizer. It's fake anyway. Fake fertilizer. Fake.
What is this guy eating the stuff we just put in there?
He's trying to eat this stick. Oh. But he's not going to get it because I'm putting it over there.
Yeah.
So anyway, you don't want that fake stuff, okay? It's no good for you. And this will help put your topsoil, get your topsoil back in shape. Our topsoils in the United States are getting ruined because we're putting chemicals and chemicals.
Forever chemicals.
Forever pesticides, and then the fertilizer's all fake, chemical fake. This is made from a natural
From all the food
worm.
you ate.
Yes. So
just get some Redwigglers.
And one of the favorite things that these worms like to eat is melons. They love melons. So you put John Mellon Cougar Camp, remember? Yeah. If you put a melon upside down after you've eaten it on there, I usually give it to my chickens, and then after they're done with it, then I give it to the worms, but not always. Sometimes I'll go ahead and give the treat to them, to the worms, but they'll all go up in there and eat it, and so you can kind of corral the worms into one area so that you can harvest some of your worm castings. But if you have worm castings that still have some worms in it, don't worry, it's okay. Look, let them go into the plant too. So don't worry about it. Don't be so picky with, oh, I can't get them all separated. Separate enough that where you can keep some worms so you can keep feeding them. But if you get some while you're harvesting, don't worry about it. Put that in your garden. Put that with all your pots. That, you know, we have all raised containers here because we have gophers. But if you don't have raised containers, you can put it on the ground in your garden and everything, or in your raised containers. But it's very easy to do. It's very. If you're not squeamish about worms, it's very rewarding because you're taking these food scraps, your peels from your carrots and your cucumbers, and your peels from your bananas, and your peels from your apples and your apple cores and all that kind of stuff, and you're just throwing it in there. It's so easy, and you just leave it. They do all the work, and then you just keep. No, Buster, no.
What is he doing?
Trying to get this glove. No, that is not a toy. And so
he knows we're doing something.
Yeah. So anyway, I got distracted because of Buster, but I think I've told you everything that there is to tell you. Like I said, I'm going to be harvesting a lot of this right now so that I can give this and rehome this to a couple that they've got a community garden, so I'm going to be giving them a lot, and it's just as easy for me to make more. I mean, actually, it's good. If I didn't give this away, I would probably make another bin and start another one, okay? So you can do that. When this gets just too many worms in it, you can start another one and do that. But I'm just giving these away because I don't really need to start another one. I have enough bins to last me on this little mini farm here in the Mythical Forest. So anyway, if you guys, I threw that in there, I thought it was a toilet paper roll. If you guys get anything out of this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed, here, let me take these gloves off. He is so interested in this for some reason.
He smells it yummy.
If you guys have not subscribed, it would really mean a lot to us, because it really helps, believe it or not, when people subscribe. So it's free. It doesn't cost anything. Just hit that subscribe button. We do have a members only channel. We've got our bloopers and behind the scenes. And if you want to join that, you can do that. That just costs. And we have another one of how to grow cannabis in the backyard. And we have hundreds of hours. I don't know if hundreds, but
yeah,
hours and hours and hours. They're probably like 2 hours each. And I probably have 10 or 20 of those or more on that for how to grow backyard cannabis organically. But just to join this, it's for free. So just hit that button real quick for me if you would. And if you have any questions, leave us a comment. And if you have any suggestions, leave me a comment. I love to learn. All right. And thank you for watching, and God bless everybody. We will see you on the next video.